Hi everyone, Starfang here. I am doing a BTS behind the scenes look at some of my Urban Decay videos and maybe even some of my other videos. I wanted to throw this together because I had lots of footage that I did not show that went unused. And this whole experience for this video, the Farmhouse Revisited, was very unnerving for me. So I'm going to provide some commentary and hopefully provide some context for people who are curious. In the video right now, I should be in the house. This is my first attempt, and I chicken out fairly easily. My first attempt, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I turn off the light and walk away. And I mentioned something that I don't know if there's people in there or not. Well, actually, that's coming up. This is the title bumper. I'm getting a close-up shot at the attic window or the facade. And you don't actually get to see the attic access in this portion of the video, not until I go back to the day trip. And it's actually kind of unnerving in hindsight, knowing that it was there the whole time I was crawling, because you have to crouch down and go in through that access, and that the hatch was right there above the door the whole time. Now this is my second attempt going inside the house, but I'm actually fully going in. The first time I was just kind of like halfway in there. And hopefully with my commentary I can shed some light on something. You can see all the damage. Copper thieves have been in here and just tore the place apart. That black piping thing right there, I stepped into it, knocked into it twice, and about had a heart attack. I lose my nerve pretty easily on... Yeah, see, I'm going back out to the door. This one time, I did leave. I didn't get very far. This is where I'm talking about. I had the hunch there could be someone in there. I had a feeling
much better during the daytime, but at least the daytime.
There was either someone upstairs in the attic area or in the basement. I don't know why, but I had zero proof or evidence of that, but I just had this feeling. And it's not nothing like, oh, I'm psychic, it's paranormal. No, I just had this gut feeling that and I just thought if I was someone who didn't want to be seen, where would I be? I would either be in the attic or the basement. Well, as we come to find, the attic, you need to have a way to hoist yourself up.
You can tell.
The basement, I did not fully explore the basement. And it's dark, it's small, but it's dark, and I'm sure there's some corners of darkness you can hide in there and not be seen.
Open it. I hope it was just kids that opened that.
I'm just talking about how creepy it is. When you go back in the day film sheds a lot of light on what I actually saw. The graffiti and all that on the walls.
I know it's just graffiti because
this is my third attempt going in.
Yeah. I'm like, nope. I think that was a cop car. Okay.
And I'm just calling out just in case there's somebody in there. Because I wasn't 100% sure if there was someone in there or not. It turned out there was nobody in there. At least no one that I could see. There could have been somebody hiding out in the attic. There could have been somebody hiding down in the basement. I didn't see anybody. I will say I don't want to... I didn't bring attention to it in the video because I don't want to come across as like some fake Paranormal State, Zach Baggins type of guy. Like, oh, you're just doing that for views, for clicks. I want the creepiness, the creep factor of the video to speak for itself. If I had a little bit of spooky music, whatever, that's fine. That's not really going to take away from it because you can tell I'm in a fucking abandoned, spooky place. I heard some things, and I think it was more prominent in the daytime, which is weird to me. Now, if we look at that window that my camera just flew by with the black stain by it. In the day video, there is a lighter there, and I'm not sure if that lighter was there at night. And I'm trying to think how much time was between my night film and the day film. I think it was only like a day or 2 days. So really anybody could have come and gone at that point. And then this is my first attempt actually going down into the basement. I don't actually go down into the basement. I remain on the steps. It's interesting, the basement. The next time I shine my camera down in there. Okay, this is where I've come back. And I will show the footage after this, where I actually left. I mean, I left, like, the area. I was, like, halfway home, and then I was like, I need to come back and film, or it's going to be bulldozed. Or at the very least, it's going to be boarded up. And then I crash in that thing, and I have a heart attack. And it happens again the same exact time, the same exact thing in the day video. It's unplanned. It just happens. The reason why I go through and I list off the rooms, because I wasn't sure if those recordings stuck, so that's why I go bathroom, basement. This is that room with the initial room that we'd filmed during the day on the opposite other side of the house. Now this is the room right here. The really weird room. If I didn't know if it was a closet or a bathroom, there's a window in it. During the day, I had heard what I thought sounded like, I don't want to say footsteps, but it sounded like someone's standing there and shifting the weight in their feet. It wasn't me, because I was more or less standing still when I was filming during the day. I didn't hear that at night, but I heard it during the day. And the reason why I'm aiming the camera down a lot in there, because I didn't want the neighbors to see my light through the window, because there's those two windows that were boarded, but people went in and pulled them out. At least one of those rooms actually is a bathroom. One of them might have been a half bath, and then the full bathroom. And there's a window right there. I noticed right there in the basement, on the way to the basement. In the basement, it didn't capture on film, but I looked, and there's this crawl space area by the steps, like right there, that cinder block wall area. And that basement goes far for a bit, and there's some stuff back there, I assume, like the water heater or furnace or whatever, that an animal could be hiding, a person could be hiding. So I didn't really go in there. That was a bit too freaky for me. I was not willing to do that. Yeah, it was very unnerving to go there at night, but I saw the opportunity to do it. And I was just like, well, if I don't do it, I'm going to kick myself. I'm going to hate myself if I don't do it. So now I'm going to show the footage of me leaving and convincing myself to come back. It's lame, kind of stupid, but whatever. It's a behind the scenes. It's cut content. I figure, why not? Okay, so this part you've seen before, likely.
I have the strong
Just the
suspicions.
little
I don't know when that
beginning
bottom
of it
part was
where
ripped
I
open.
go, I nope out of there. I very audibly
People
nope
went in
out,
there.
and
Could
I
have been
leave
a
the
few minutes
premises so
before
that
I
it
showed
skips
up.
forward to where I had come back.
It could
So this
have
is leading
been
into me pretty much walking almost halfway
a day
home
ago. It could have been whenever.
and then deciding to come back.
I'll come back prepared and go in and really film. That place is fucking creepy as fuck. Even without all the graffiti and Satan symbols, and because, you know, edgy kids go and spray paint that shit. It's just like, even if it was, you know, just an abandoned, dilapidated house, because walking in there as far as I did, it didn't seem like it was falling apart. It seemed for the most part structurally sound. They just don't want squatters going in there. They don't want fucking, you know. I just have the sinking suspicion there's probably somebody in there squatting or something. So, and I'm not really prepared to deal with that right now. If something were to happen. You know what? I'm fucking crazy. I'm absolutely fucking crazy. I'm crazy. I'm absolutely fucking crazy. If I film it now, I don't have to go back. If I do it now, I don't have to go back. If I do it now, I don't have to go back. That guy looked like he shined a light out his window or something. Then I can just go back home, up through Sunset, over the tracks. Basically the way I came, more or less. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. Can't believe I'm fucking doing this. Cannot believe I'm fucking doing this. Oh my god. It would be so much better if I had someone else with me. Just for the sake of it. But I'll look at it like it's a Daggerfall dungeon. And a mission has sent me, a quest has sent me to go there to clear out the dungeon. If I do it now, I don't have to do it later. I don't ever have to come back. Like missed opportunity, the house in Roy on 1900. Could have gone in there and filmed. It was wide open. And I didn't. Could have gone in there and filmed. I didn't. Missed opportunity. Of course, I don't have a fucking respirator or anything. So, that's going to be fun. There's cars up there. I don't know if they're cop cars or not. I can just act like, get a car turn. I want to hurry over here before for the scars. I don't know if that's a cop car or not.
Now, there isn't really much commentary for this next part. I will say that it was the third attempt out of four attempts that night where I went in and I kind of noped out again, but the fourth time, the last one that you see, where I fully went everywhere, pretty much except for the basement. So we're going to cut from here and go to the daytime video. Okay, just a few things to note about this daytime trip. There were a few things I noticed during the day that I did not notice at night. For example, the entrance to the attic crawl space, if that's what indeed what it is. I could make out the graffiti a lot better. I could really tell that the extent to the damage. And there were in fact hookups for, electrical hookups. I had mentioned, I think, erroneously before. I thought, oh, there's no hookups. There's hookups. There just wasn't any appliances or anything in the abandoned house. I had mentioned in the previous part, the nighttime, I repeatedly said, oh, that's the bathroom, that's the bathroom, because I wasn't sure if that footage got deleted. So that's why I kept saying, oh, that's the bathroom, that's the basement, because I thought the footage got deleted. And that's where I'm noticing, oh, that's the crawl space attic thing. And we'll touch back on that in a minute. And there's damage to copper thieves.
All of the copper piping has been gutted and removed.
And that's where the wood-burning stove went.
It was built in 1912. So it's probably
And you're going to hear a very familiar bang sound very soon. Unless it already happened. This house was built in 1912, but had been lived in, obviously, for many years. It's been renovated, remodeled, to be modern. People lived here in the 70s, the 80s. I imagine even in the 2000s people were living here. It became abandoned, I think, in the 2010s. It went on the market the first time, and then... So this room here, if you look on the windowsill, you'll notice oh, not this room, I think it's the next room. It's the next room with the big black mark on the wall. I'm taking some atmospheric scenic shots. Okay, yeah, this room right here. You notice there's a lighter right there in the windowsill. I don't believe that was in the nighttime video. So probably just kids coming here and smoking and whatever, hanging out. I just thought that was interesting. People are coming back and forth in here. I'm whispering in this scene because I heard people outside. I didn't want them to hear me talking, report me, call the cops. But I think someone lit a firework off in there, and that's what all that, I don't know what we would even call that, just black scarring or marking or whatever, soot. That's what that's from. Is someone lit like a firework or a firecracker or something. This is one. I think this is the room we looked in when we filmed from outside. 1 or 2 years ago. It had to have been at least 2 years ago. We came during the day and we filmed outside. And again, I was whispering because I didn't want the outside people to hear. And this, I'm not sure if this room was a closet or not. This room right here, I had heard what sounded like someone's feet shifting their weight above me. So in the attic crawl space area. I didn't point it out in the video because I, I wasn't sure. And you can see there's an opening right there. If someone was there, they could easily look down or drop down or something, or an animal. I think it might have been a raccoon, but it kind of sounded like big weight, like someone in the apartment above you standing still and then shifting their weight from one leg to the other. That's what it sounded like to me. It didn't sound like footsteps. It just sounded like someone was up there and the boards or the wood beams are bending under the weight. And there's fiberglass falling out of the ceiling, and I wonder though if that wood stove was stolen or if it was sold off or what. It makes me wonder. That's the beautiful old original door, all vandalized, graffitied, and boarded up. And if you notice, if you look at the doors, it looks like they don't have for the entrances for the rooms, like the little entryways. It looks like they had sliding doors to open them, maybe or maybe just different sized doors to fit, because the way that there's that big slot you can see. If you look over here on the right, there's this big gap, and it looks like it would have like an accordion door or a sliding door of some sort. And there's a lighter you can see very visibly back in the first room again. Those windows are also original windows too, from what I can tell, just by the design of the hinges. Yeah, see, we are forced against our will, yet forced to leave. That's the room that we were filming in from the outside. So basically, apart from putting little spooky Silent Hill music, which I let everybody know, yeah, I put a little spooky atmospheric music to help with the video. I want the creep factor to speak for itself. You already know there's not going to be Silent Hill music playing in real life, but I don't want to go around and be like this fake, Ryan Buell Paranormal State or Zach Baggins Ghost Hunter person say, "Oh my God, I just heard 3 knocks in succession. I just heard, whatever." I didn't want to do that. I wanted to let the video speak for itself, and a little creepy music in the background isn't going to hurt. I think that's an infinity symbol right there. I think it's actually a Christian Gnostic symbol, I think. Because it's got the infinity symbol, plus it also has the crucifix symbol. And that area there is where a lot of the kitchen appliances would have been. The counter space, you can see that's been ripped out. There's another Christian infinity symbol. That's where the ceiling wall, the ceiling fan with the light fixture would have been. Of course, you can see the wires dangerously dangling down like a hanging vine. I'm also noticing the woods for a lot of those doorways are kind of like bending. And here we are going down into the basement. I actually step foot into the basement. That thing right there in the distance is like an old-timey rake, in case anyone was wondering. It's just a rake. Not the cryptid, not the SPC creature, or whatever it is, SCP creature. It's just the actual rake. I look over here and it doesn't get filmed, but there's a lot of space back there. It's like a little alcove behind the steps, or like right by the steps. You could store things. And you can't really see it in this video, but the basement is really small. It's a very obviously finite space. So there's really no point in going fully in there. unless there was, gold in there or a actual veritable body was in there. And of course, you can see all the copper thieving all the way, very sad, all the way up and down the house. And we exit the house into the backyard. And that's the original door that went on the back doorway of the house. And I have no idea why they didn't take it, screw it back onto the door frame, and then just, like, bolt the door shut or put boards over it like the front door.
For this home, built in 1912.
I don't get it, because clearly someone is coming back and forth there to take care of the place, because you can see that bag of ice melt on the porch. That wasn't there a few months ago. So somebody's been cleaning up. This whole back area here, this is kind of new to me. I didn't notice it looking this colorful when I filmed before. So I think kids were hanging out here instead of inside the house. That's a little hustle light that someone had bought. I guess they thought they were gonna bedazzle their hangout with, and it didn't come to fruition, sadly, because there's no power to this abandoned place.
Keep your side hustle.
A lot of graffiti. I need to go and research my older tapes of this place that I filmed 2 years ago and see if this graffiti is here, because I don't remember all this graffiti.
Pay your power bill.
I don't really remember all of the graffiti. Maybe I have early onset Alzheimer's, I don't know. I just don't remember all the graffiti that I'm seeing here in this video. I think a lot of it's new. I think some of it was there. I think a lot of it was there, but I think there's a lot of it that's new, overlapping the other stuff. So
That really was from 2009.
So basically that's that for the commentary. I didn't want to sit here and end the video be like I said, a fake paranormal detective and be like, oh, I just heard 3 rapid knocks in succession. I just heard footsteps. I hear people talking. No. Like, if you have to, like, make shit up and lie to get views, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's sad. I might not get very many views at all, but I'd rather be honest and genuine. Can you imagine if I saw this painted child's hands in the house? That would have been an instant nope for me. It'd be like totally like the Blair Witch. I'd be like, oh, I'm gone. I'm gone. And you can see up here there's also an attic entrance from up here in the backyard.
Wood slats in front of it.
Assuming that the front of it and the back of it are in fact connected and that they're the same, and they're not actually separate and, different parts of the house. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, I hope you like and subscribe. And we're going to leave you with a picture of what it looked like in 2015 via Google Street View. And wow, it's a world of difference. Green grass, bushes, trees, it was gorgeous. So I'll leave you with that, and hopefully you come back for more if you enjoyed what you saw today.
So it's really sad to see. So that up there, I'm wondering, I think that is just a facade.